because a lot of people have audiences. They don't necessarily know how to do this, but their audiences want to go and have these experiences. Then I spend a lot of time on the experience. So here we go back to, we talked about the plays. I curate the experience like a play. So you open up a play, it's normally a wow factor, and then you get into the meat of the production, and then you go through the emotional highs and lows, and then you close it out with a bang. So that's the same thing we do with our trips. So I spend a lot of time just looking at the psychology of a trip. Sometimes I hear people, oh yeah, we're going on a trip. Okay, but you're not going on this experience.
Yes.
Have a good time, it'll be great. But you know, we put a little extra into it. And so that, to your point about being able to utilize all of the experiences and expertise that came from previous ventures, I now incorporate that into the travel, and it's put us in a very unique position that is it's exciting. I mean, I really enjoyed this. I waited a long time for this to happen, but I didn't see it. And so sometimes when we're pivoting, we don't know where the pivot is going to lead us, or we think that there's only one way to do something, but it's like now I wake up and they say, oh, you work hard. I say, yeah, but this is not the grind work that I used to do. This is something different. I see people's lives change. I see them, I just got this is funny. I just got a message from someone. They said, oh, they went on a trip to Egypt. Oh, guess what? We're getting married. You know, so people are finding, you know, romance and finding business opportunities. So there's a lot that comes with this that goes beyond a trip.
Let me ask you, last year, how many trips did you do total?
Last year, we did about 45 trips last year.
45 trips. And what are some of the countries that, because you mentioned, you know, starting in Ghana and then Tanzania, like what are the different countries that you cover?
Wow, we go to South Africa, we go to Benin, Togo, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, the Gambia, Egypt, Kenya, Seychelles, and now we've added Ethiopia. We're going to Morocco. We have Brazil. We have Colombia, Costa Rica, London, Paris. So that's England and France. We also do Gullah Geechee in the United States. We're working on Cuba. So we have expanded. That came from a call we had a couple of years ago. And it was one of our VIP day calls. And you said, well, Jay, why don't you think about having other trips on tap? So when people come, they have something else to choose from. The interesting part about that is that we've had families travel with us 3 times in 1 year. So they would go to Ghana, they go to Egypt, they go to Tanzania, all within 1 year.
1 year.
1 year.
And I want to make sure everybody's catching that, right?
Wow.
Because them coming back 3 times would be great. 3 times in 1 year, you talking about a family, is phenomenal.
1 year. So we've had many people do that. But then the other thing is, it's not just a business to consumer model that we have, but it's also a business to business model. So say, for example, they may want to take trips to Africa or South America. We've made it to where the partnership can work where they can actually benefit from it financially, but we handle everything. And I mean, some of the names that we're working with now, I would have never, when people hear the names, you know, on the inside, they're like, what? How did you get that person and that person? But they see what we're doing, and then someone else says, you know what, they're gonna make sure that it's done with excellence. And I will tell you that what inspired us and influenced us is what you two do with TSP. I tell people all the time, I would not be doing what I'm doing now if it weren't for TSP. I wouldn't be thinking like this. It wouldn't